So how you doing, everybody? So here we are again. It looks like DJI issued another firmware update with a release date of December 21st, 2017. That was just yesterday. So I found out about this when I went to fly my drone. I had the day off from work today, launched the app, connected the remote controller, and I was kind of surprised. I thought maybe I missed something. Previously, I got the notification that, there's a new firmware update. So looking at the release notes, kind of limited, but it says optimizes battery management to improve stability. I did the firmware update. Make sure, again, you do it to both your batteries or however many batteries you have, because these are the intelligent batteries that you need to make sure that the batteries themselves get the update with these kind of firmware updates. Remember to restart the aircraft and remote controller when the update's completed. And if the firmware update fails, restart the aircraft and the remote controller and DJI Go 4 Assistant and try again. I'm just looking at the notes on their website. I'm going to put the link below here to DJI's website. You can see their release notes. And looking at the forum, looks like guys probably aren't too happy about yet another release firmware update to the Spark. I did notice one thing when I went to, after I updated my second battery and launched the Spark, it hovered for a minute. Actually, I hadn't even let go of it yet, but it seemed like the power, it was an update to the battery management. It seemed like the power on the battery was kind of in and out. Like it didn't have enough energy for the Spark to actually launch from my palm. Seemed hesitant. So I shut it down, turned it off, restarted it again, and everything seemed to be fine after that. So I don't know if that was a fluke with my Spark, but just FYI, be real careful. Don't go too far with it initially after you do this firmware update. Test it, make sure everything's looking good, fly it a few feet, bring it back, make sure everything's looking good. I'm just getting a little nervous between not just DJI's firmware update, but I'm using the Apple iOS, and it was an issue with the iOS the other week with the app crashing the DJI Go 4 app. I did a video on that. I guess I'll link that below as well, or maybe a tag up here. So just, yeah, heads up, new firmware update. I'm gonna post a little footage from when I'd flown my drone this afternoon, but very surprised at all these updates that keep coming out. If they were substantial updates to the application, to what the Spark could actually do, enhancements like additional functionality, features, real improvements, I guess I wouldn't be that upset with it. But all these updates coming one after another, every time I launch the DJI Spark, it is frustrating. I'm sure other guys are feeling it too. You go out to fly this thing and you haven't flown it for only a couple of days or even a day or two, and there's another firmware update. So if you're like me, it takes some time to do this stuff. So I guess we'll see what happens next, but looking at the forum, it looks like people aren't too happy. But I thought I'd let you know as well. All right, guys, have a nice weekend, have a nice holiday. See ya.
All day.